This is Julia Joan, and this is part 2 of my article Simple Thoughts on World Religions. I have called these editions Omens from Time to Time. People's reliance on external signs or omens is as old as history. In the old days, special functionaries named augurs had to observe and explain omens in nature. On the basis of their findings, they had to advise in public matters. Although the augurs were originally specialists in bird language and listening to what birds said, the term augur was eventually used for everyone predicting on the basis of animals, their signs and languages. Augurs who studied the activities of birds and other animals were called auspices. We can mention the following types of augury being practiced in the old days from time to time. There were omens from birds. These are the oldest signs used as augury, but later the meaning was extended to include other omens. Birds were considered to be symbols of the spirit. Their capacity to fly reminds us of our own capability to rise and reach new levels of awareness, thus crossing the bridge between earth and heaven, and having knowledge of all things. The movement of birds gave sailors warning of oncoming storms and nearness of land. To the augur, the type of bird, their number, their flight, their cries, even the way they fed, were meaningful. In shamanism, the specific meaning of lots of birds is described, and it is very interesting to discover how each type of bird has its importance, from the simple-looking sparrow to the regal and fierce-looking eagle. There are omens from other animals. In the old days, the crossing of one's path by a black cat, a wolf, or a hare was a warning of some kind, something to take seriously. A raven sitting on your rooftop was certainly a sign of something bad going to happen. In the old days, even horses and dogs were regarded to be psychic and told to have foreboding of calamities. In fact, the appearance of all kinds of animals in dreams or in real life were considered to be meaningful, especially in shamanism. There was even meaning in carcasses and viscera of sacrificial victims like calves, oxen, lambs, or goats. Especially the condition of the liver, believed to be the seat of life, was significant. These animals were sacrificed before undertaking an important mission like the founding of a city or going into battle in Babylon, Chaldea, Greece, and Egypt. Even today, in some communities, the howling of a dog means a warning of something coming, and watch out if a black cat crosses your path. There were sky and weather omens. The sky and weather signs were thought to be of great importance in very different cultures. All kinds of meaning and interpretation were given to them, and even the direction from which the wind, the thunder and lightning came was of significance. They influenced greatly the behavior of a community. Then there were unusual occurrences. Anything unusual, especially one causing fear, was regarded as a warning from the gods and should not be ignored. Here we can mention, for instance, the spilling of salt, stumbling, eyelid twitching, sneezing. Today in the Netherlands, 3 sneezes in a row bring nice weather tomorrow. Another omen: the throwing of dice and the drawing of lots. The drawing or casting of lots and throwing of dice and knucklebones were widely employed in divination by ancient nations. Even today, people love to draw a card from a deck and use and interpret its picture as meaningful. At the moment, there are hundreds of decks available. Someone who wanted advice might cast coins into a bowl of water or a sacred pool. The water was supposed to have a divine power, and its movement could be interpreted by the auspice. Then we have the Sibylline scripts. Instead of drawing lots, the Romans used the Sibylline scripts sometimes. These were in verse, believed to have been written under inspiration and to be prophetic in nature. Later, when books supplanted rolls, they were opened at random, and the passage exposed was regarded as predicting the future. This is being done today with different books that contain philosophical text as a guideline for the day. Then we have astrology. Astrology has almost become a science of its own. Since ancient times, people have interpreted the signs of the stars and constellations to predict the future. Today, astrology is widely used in different forms, whereby Western, Hindu, and Chinese astrology are the best known forms. There are even several computer programs where birth signs are being fed into the computer and complete life predictions, or a prediction for the new birth year or calendar year, comes rolling out.